All right, well, this is probably a mistake, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So today, Squardle is releasing their two new modes, Squardle34 and Squardle Distance 34, and some of you already know what's about to happen here. But we are gonna pull up Squardle34 on the left and Squardle34 Distance on the right. And we're gonna do them at the same time using the same guesses. So if you're not familiar with Squardle, this is gonna seem insane, and it is insane. But basically, this is Wordle on a grid. The 34 is a bigger grid. If you haven't seen, I did a videos the last couple days previewing these two new modes. If you haven't seen those, links in the description and all that. But basically, the one on the left, the Squardle 34, is like normal Squardle, but the words are kind of offset. And then the one on the right, Distance 34, the clues are actually going to tell us, instead of telling us if the letter I've guessed is in the row or in the column, it's going to tell us how far away the letter is. And it's using taxicab distances. So, like from this top corner up here, 1, 2, 3, 4 would be the bottom of that word. But you could also do 1, 2, and turn and go 3, 4. And this diagonally 2 away would actually be 4 away, because you have to go right angle taxicab distance, like you're driving on streets. That's why it's called taxicab distances. So there you go. I'm going to try and do the same guess as on both. I don't know if I will actually be able to successfully do this. I don't know how long this will take, but let's jump into it and go with store. Okay, so over here, I mean, this S could be the one that's 2 to 3 away from that S. Ooh, there's a T 1 away from both of these, which could be here. Here's pretty good, though. The O is interesting because it's 4 to 5 away from this and 2 to 3 away from this. Now, it could be pointing at different O's, potentially. But definitely the O that this clue is pointing at is kind of more in the top right. We can't come down, 1, 2, 3, something like that, because that would only be 3 away from the other one. So, interesting with the T's. So, it would be kind of cool to do something with a T right here, because the T has to either be to the right or below this one. This one has a few more options. It can be left, right, or below, but that'd still be good. And look, we got T, yellow and red T's over here. So let's definitely. Oh, but that's at the beginning then. And we know this isn't a T. Oh, of course it can't quite work out nicely. T, O, and R. In here, I would say something like tower. Oh, T, O, and R in the row too. So T, O. I was gonna say tower, but there's no E. Something like torch is possible. I mean, there's lots of possibilities. I mean, we could do a T here. Potentially. We already have the S. I'm kind of thinking, what am I thinking? I'm not sure. I don't think I want to do the T yet. I think the T here. I think I'm going to go with the T here. So I'm thinking new letters plus the T. So, what would that be? Something like satin, but we don't want to do the S. Latin? Can we do Latin? It's not bad. Let's go with that. Oh, that's not a word. Why is that not a word? Why is Latin not a word? Huh. Okay. Can we could do Matin. Matins, it's like a prayer service. Well, assuming it'll accept that, it doesn't accept Latin. Okay, Matin. Ooh, the I. The I was really good. Okay. Matin over here. Oh, look at that. Green eyes. Okay. Amazing. All right. So M, A, and T in this column. Oh, man, the yellow and red here are making me think T's up here, but then this yellow and red is making me think T right here. Okay, well, we know this is a T. This is a definite T because it has to be 1 away and it can't be there or above. So this is a definite T. We also need a T in one of these two. I'm not sure which one yet. Okay, I. 1, 2, 3. Yep, because that I is 4 away. That could be the I that this one's pointing to. So, okay, we're on this one. We don't. There's an N kind of in the lower left somewhere. It has to be away from this N, but closer to this N. So it's somewhere down here. I mean, we could do an N here, but we know this can't be an N. So I don't know. And we know, yeah, the N's. Okay. Oh, no. It's funny. Yeah. The different, the way the words are offset. So I said that the yellow and the red in the first one made me think T's here and here, but these yellow and red make me think here. But no, this yellow and red could be pointing at those. So those two words could both start with T's, and that would work. So I'm thinking T-O-R are good possibilities for those. So let's go R for our starting letter, right? No, we're not on that one. That's the next one. Okay, next one we're going to go with R. Okay, next one I'm thinking R. Although we could do an R third right now, because that would be 3 away from both of these. And it would, potentially rule out those R's. That's not bad. What else do we have to go off of? There's an O somewhere here, but that's not gonna help. We don't really know much from the left puzzle right now. Let's do the R. Let's do... We could do O. R-O. I mean, this one can't be an O down here. This one could be. And... we have O's in a couple of rows. That would help, again, potentially rule out spots or confirm if this might be an O up there. So I don't hate that. O there. Those are both possible O's. And then can we do new letters otherwise, maybe? I was gonna say we could do curio. I know the O's in a different spot, but it still has the same effect for locating O's. I mean, we're still ruling out spots for that row, this column. So this can't be an I, but it would also help with locating the O potentially up there. Maybe. I don't hate that. Let's go curio. Okay. Curious. Ooh, we got the I. All right, that was good. I was thinking O there, but we got the I. Okay, so white O's. This is actually really good because this is not an O. This is not an O because of the white. Look at this up here. So there's an O in the row. It's not second, third, or fifth. So if it's a T at the beginning, then this is an O. And here, again, not second, third, or fifth. So again, if it's a T, then this is an O. But, what does that mean for... The R's still work, though. The R's still work. It doesn't mean there's an R there, but... This is not an R. The R in this column is not second or fourth. Could be an OR, though. We could have an OR. There's a C in this row. It's not second or third, or second, third, or fourth. And I think there's a T at the beginning. So that means it's got to have a C, which is probably tunic. Is there any reason that won't work? I think that works. We have the N. I think that's going to be tunic. I really like tunic there, which then makes me think TU is good. We need an A and an M. But that doesn't work. And the T doesn't necessarily have to be there. I mean, this could be a T, and but we still need M, A, and T. I don't think tunic works. Tonic. Tonic. What about tonic? No, that doesn't work either. Huh. Okay. Well, we need T, N, and C, and it's got the I. And you're not going to do CT or CN or TN at the beginning. You can't put two of those three at the beginning. So if the C is here, for example, then the T's got to be at the end, and then the N would have to be there. I don't think that works. The C can't be second, so the C has to be at the end. The T could be in either spot, but it's not going to be NT. It would have to be N. What about no, we can't put the T there. Whether the T is first or second, I don't think the N can be the other one, so I think it has to be here. But then it has to be tunic or tonic, right? Oh! Squardle34 strikes again. Squardle34 strikes again. Oh! Man, okay. Here's the thing that some of you are probably yelling at your screen and some of you haven't realized yet, like me. M, A, and T in the column. It doesn't mean they're all in the word. One of them is down here. Also, T, C, and N. One could be over here. It's not necessarily in that word. So I'm back to tunic, though. I like tunic or tonic. Either one. I like either one. I think maybe the M is going to be down here. That's my instinct. Okay, we're okay. All right, so back over to this one. This new mode is messing with me. Okay, so we've still got the O, so this is not an O. Okay, so we wanted one that was 2 to 3 away from this O. We now got one that's 1 away from this O, so this could be an, let's get the right thing. This could be an O. Either that or it's one of these. But if we're going 2 to 3 away from this, then it's one of these two. Now, we could have an O down here as well. That's pretty good right there. Okay, so I'm thinking T something right now. TR is good here. It'd be 2 away from this one, 1 away from that one. It's also 3 away from this R. Now we need another R still for that one, and it's not gonna be there, but we've already got the I, so doing TR right now isn't terrible. Although I was thinking R, here. But that's not a for sure yet. We could still have the, no, we can have the R up there. There is an R in the row and the column, but of course it's not there. But this could be an R. And this could be a T down here. So TR still isn't bad for the left puzzle. So let's do TR. TRA? A is not bad. The AI here is a possibility. And it'll help us with the red A in this column over here, kind of locating where that could be. Do we want to do something like train? Is that a terrible guess? Yeah, this isn't an I. This is definitely not an I. It's 2 to 3 away from that I, but it's too close to this I. There's an I in the upper right quadrant somewhere. What if we did something like tramp or trade? Is trade terrible? I mean, E at the ends of words is pretty good, and this could potentially, rule out E from the ends of some of these words down in the lower right corner here if we got faraway clues. We know there's an E up here and an E down here somewhere. That's not bad. That's not bad. And it will help with the E's in the column and row here. And D is a new letter. I don't hate that. Okay, the T and the R. Very nice. Okay. Wow. Well, we didn't rule out E's. There could be E's here. We could have lots of E's over. Okay, so we could do something ending in E again. That's not bad. The D. Did the D help at all? Not really. We know there is a D somewhere. I mean, we could do a D here. Oh, there's a D close to this one. There's also an A close to both of these, or two A's potentially. I've got the O there as a possibility. This could be an A. We could do a D here. This could be something like trend. 1, 2, 3. No, we can't do an N there. Tread, actually. That could be the A. Tread is pretty good. R. I'm still thinking R's at the tops here. We ruled out more spots for T's. I still like T here. I don't know what these are going to be, but I like the TRO as possibilities for both of those. Okay. What are we going to do? I like the E's. The D there. Let's do something like dodge, but the C over here is good. But I don't COD something E. I don't think that's a thing. We could do cadre though with an A. It's not it's not good for the row down here, but we've already got the I and the yellow there, so A's not bad. And we do have the A, as a possibility. That's not terrible. I don't hate that. We've got all these R clues. Let's go with that. Okay. This is going good. This is going good. We don't have any bonus guesses yet on either puzzle, but we're getting lots of greens. This is going well. Okay. I don't hate the D here. It could be over here. But the O, we've eliminated the O in this row, so it's not second or third. It's not fifth. So the O is either first or fourth in this row at the top. And same with the column. The first row and column, it's either O at the beginning or it's O fourth. Don't really like O at the beginning. You could do something like ortho, but the T can't be second or third. And we can't do an R. Man, the R is third or fifth. I still like the TRO, but I'm trying to figure out what that would be. Tarot, however you want to pronounce that. We do have the A here. We also have an A up there. So, I mean, it's possible on either one of them. Oh, you know what else we could do? We could do an H. We could do throb or throw. That's really good. Okay, I don't know which one is gonna be. I mean, I'm thinking those are the two. I mean, they could both be throb and throw. There's not necessarily the A, but okay. I still like tunic or tonic. Man, if this is a T down here, well, if it's a T, B, or W, then this is not an M. But if we put an O or a U here and we start, I don't even think it matters if we start with the T, because the T can't be down here. This almost has to be an A then. Because I don't think it works to do, can we do something without the A? We'd still have the T, TO or TU, and we'd need an M. What about tumor? Is that possible? We need an R. We need an R. Tumor, there's an O here. Tumor is really good there. Tumors are only good in word puzzles, not in real. Okay. That's good. That's good. I'm liking it. Maybe an A here. T. If this is TA, or BA or WA, either way, then this isn't going to be an A. So A up here is good. Unless it's A up there and this one is tarot. Okay. Well, we're on this last row and column. We know. I mean, the E's, it feels like we almost need to do an E right here. So then we'll know if it's an E. You know, if we don't get the E, then it's definitely an E on the next one. And I'd like to guess the O's on the next one. So if we can find the E's, then we'll know not to do the E's. I don't know. I'm thinking something with an E second. We obviously don't need to do the E's at the end. We could do like a Y. I haven't done anything with a Y yet. The D would be good to do for the left one. Oh, the A. The A. Oh, right, because I'm thinking A here, and we've got the 1 away, 2 away. Yeah, okay. So that works. Because we did the A. Okay. This could be dodge. That's a possibility. Do I want to do something? I'm kind of thinking, what if I did an ING, which would, you know, kind of look for the G possibility here. ING isn't bad. And we do have, you know, an N. I know this isn't an N, but there's an N somewhere in the lower left, and this might help us kind of narrow in on it. You know, if this ends up being like a 4 to 5, then we know the N is kind of up here somewhere. Yeah, I don't really like the I though over here because it's not an I, and we've already got the white I there, so maybe not ING. Okay, let's go back to the, because I mean we could do something like being, but wouldn't have to be ING to put a G at the end though. We could do something like debug. Or defog. Defog might be even better. Although, no, I like bug better because the U here. Look at this U clue here. 4 to 5 away. So it can't be anywhere in the top left. 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be in this top right kind of little bit and down here. Otherwise, it's got to be in the lower right. So debug isn't bad. Debug isn't bad. Let's go for it. Okay, we got a couple greens. We do need to get some bonus guesses at some point. Okay. Oh, and the white D. So this is not a D. The white D here. So the D in this row, I mean, it almost has to be right here, right? Nadir? Oh, we've got a B and a G. Oh, no way. That's wild. Okay. Barge. Throb. Throb, I thought about that as a possibility. Barge, tumor, tunic. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. We need an E, which has to be here for the row, assuming what we've got is a rodeo. Rodeo, I think that's possible. Clove, I don't know, there's a lot of possibilities. Rinse, close. We need an S somewhere. We haven't done L yet. Rinse, is there any reason this can't be an N? No, in fact, we have the yellow N. Rinse, risen. Maybe. What's this gonna be? Oh man. Ripen. Maple. We need the E over here. Ripen maple. We need... What do we need? We've got the A's. This isn't necessarily... This could be another H. We could do throw. Man, that's looking really good. Okay. So, the puzzle on the right is the one that I'm struggling with a little bit more, but we're getting there. We've got tread. I feel really good about tread. The G. So this is going to be a G. I mean, not for sure, but pretty much for sure. Okay, and the U. Where are we going to put a U now? I don't think we can put it... Oh, we could put a U here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It could put a U there. In fact, where else can we put a U? We can't put it in the top right because of this 6 clue. And the 4 to 5. Anywhere in the top right is going to be too close to one of those. Top left is too close to this one. I think it almost has to be there. Is there anywhere else we could put a U? I don't think there's anywhere else we can put a U. I think that's a U. Okay, that was really good. And then, what is this? S something T? You know, you could do like an SHT maybe. I don't really like that. It almost has to be a vowel. It can't be a U. It can't be an O. Could be an A. We do have this clue here telling us there's an A really close. But I mean, you could even do A's here and here because of that wall. What about setup? Setup? Setup isn't bad. I'm really tempted to just do throb and get the bonus guess. And then see what happens with our clues on the right and hope that we get some information. I mean, I could do throb and tumor. Get a couple bonus guesses on the left. We'd be sitting not as good on the right, but let's do throb. And it's throw. It's gonna be throw. We gotta do throb. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so did we get anything from that? H, there's no H, there's no B, there's no M. We're kind of eliminating, there's no O anywhere in the lower left, essentially, is what's going on now. I'm thinking up here, dodge or what else could that be? I'm thinking dodge. This would end in ID, which isn't terrible. Could this be peeve? It could be EA. Oh, I don't like EAE though. We need an R somewhere close by. Could this be an R? Or this could be an R. Perv? We need an R close to this one though too. In fact, oh no, there's an R right there. I was gonna say there has to be an R up here, but no, we have an R to the left. Perv is possible. We need a C up here. SC. SC is good. SC is good. We've got, I mean, I'm tempted to do tumor. We could do rumor, because we don't need to do the T. This is a W, I'm pretty sure. Could this be where? Yeah, where? Okay, so I think I've got the left puzzle basically figured out. It's the right one that we are struggling with a little bit. I like SC, but then this isn't SC, so what's this going to be if this is a C? No, I was going to say squid would be interesting, but we can't with the U. What is this going to be? SC something I, it's not necessarily D. It could be lodge as well. It doesn't really help with this though, does it? What if we did snail? We have the A. The A. Yeah, A. Snail. A. This would have to be a C then. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, I don't think it's gonna work to put the C down there. I think it almost has to be here. Unless this is an N, and then we could do ocean and spoil, and lodge. Ocean and this could be penne, however you want to say the and we do need an N close to this clue. The pasta, penne or pence. That's pretty good though. We still need an A, which is probably here. Apart? We could do the A's in both places. Apart? Does that work? Apart works. And spoil. Man, I'm tempted to do apart and get the bonus guess on the right. I do like ocean and tread, and so we could do tumor or rumor. Actually, rumor would be better, just because we don't need the T and I don't know, help us narrow in on R's potentially. We do need some R. Where's the R? Up here. DR maybe? That could be. What's this gonna be at the top? A, T, and D. Oh, and we need an E. Oh, right, the E. The E thing. There's one away. This isn't E. This is a definite E, because it's not here. Acted. There's a C. Oh. Well, I mean, we could have a C in both places. I was thinking the C down here. Ocean, acted. This is looking good. AC with the O. Oh, man. We can't do an H, so we can't do a chew. Actor? Oh, but then the double. Well, this isn't necessarily an R. This could be the R that those clues are pointing at. Titan? Tangy? Oop. Tangy. I don't know. I mean, these are all possible. I think. There's probably a clue that I'm missing that's pointing at something that's not going to work. I'm going to go apart. Yes. Okay. Now, I suspect that we might end up having to eventually abandon the challenge of doing the same words on both, because we're probably going to end up running out of bonus guesses. We have to do apart over here. Okay. Now we're on actor or ocean, and we've got maple and nadir. I mean, maple is going to get us the most letters, green letters. We do have the R at the end of actor and the R at the end of nadir, however you want to pronounce that word. Otherwise, we have no overlap at all. So after this, we'll be guessing Titan and tread, which we could get if we do ocean. If we do the E, we could get tread with just the A. And after this, we'll be guessing ripen and rodeo. We'd have to do the A, though. So if we do ocean, then we can't get a bonus guess on the next one. on the left. We could get one on the right with just the A. I don't know. There's probably no way to do it doing the same guesses on both the whole way through. On the next one, I can get a bonus guess with just the A or with just the EA if I don't do ocean right now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do maple. That's what I'm doing. Okay, gets us a bonus guess there. Does not get us a bonus guess here. But now I can do just the EA to get a bonus guess. Or the TAN. We can do the N here. We could do... I mean, TAN or EAN, really either way is going to be about the same. We'd get the N. We're not going to get rodeo, but... Be nice if we could do the OTAN, but I don't... Yeah, I don't know if there's a word like that. Something OTAN. There probably is, but I don't know what it is. So let's just do, I'm going to do Titan. I think. Nice. Nice. Titan over here. All right, so by the way, if I get down to where I'm going to lose one of the puzzles, I'm going to not do the same word on both. I'll fail the challenge, basically, of trying to do the same words on both. But at this point, I feel like I've basically got the puzzles figured out. I don't know what the last word over here is yet. But, okay, we get another bonus guess if we do the GY here. Oh, we've got to do the S. So we could get the Y. We could do the S with the Y. In fact, we could do the R and the OS. And if we did ROOS, we're going to get 2 bonus guesses on the left, which gives us a little breathing room. If we do ROOS, we'll also get this O here. I mean, it's just the one letter, but it's something. I don't think ROOSY is a word. If it is, I'm going for it. Okay, I think we'd have to do roost. But it'll get us 2 bonus guesses on the left. Oh, see, here's the problem, though. The next guess, we would have to get one on the right. And I don't think I know for sure. Okay, penne. Is there a reason it can't be an N? Because I think pence is still possible. And this one, what's this going to be? I don't know what this is. I don't think there's any clues. Let's check the N clues. We don't have enough. We don't have anything that tells us this can't be an N. And we don't have anything that tells us it can't be a C. And we don't have anything that tells us it needs to be a C, because this clue can be pointing at that C. This clue can be pointing at either C, that C. Okay, so I don't know on that one. And up here, P. Oh, the P. No, we got the P up there. Is there a white letter that we haven't got in the grid? ERTUIOPUI. Putting an O up here. P. ASDGLCN. Okay, so there's no white letters that we haven't got in the grid. Is there a clue that points at a letter that we haven't got in the grid yet? I don't see one. There probably is. But I don't see one. So this could be a lot of things. Dirty, for example. Dorky. It can't be derby. We can't do an E. This has got to be an I or an O. So I'm thinking dorky or dirty. Is there anything? Yeah, we don't have any T clues that. So the problem is, I'm not confident enough in my next guess to get a bonus guess on the right. So I need to get a bonus guess now, even though I can double up on the left. So I've got to do the GY or the LOG. Is loogie? Is that a thing? I don't think that's how it's spelled. We could try it. Okay, that's what I figured. We could do, I think loggy might be a word. I'm not positive, but that's not going to help us on the left. But we could do barge. I feel pretty good about how confident am I in barge. We need an A, we need a G. We need an R in the column. Okay, this is a definite R because of the red and the orange here. And so it's not going to be BG, so this is a definite G. So it's got to be barge, I think. And this A, yes, this is a definite A because we have the red, the orange, the red there. This is definitely, so it's barge. It's barge. So I'm 100% on that. So we'll get a bonus guess on our next guess there. And then the one after that, all we need is the W at the end. So let's do loggy, which I think will get us 2 bonus guesses on the right. Okay, okay. Loggy, and now we're gonna have to do barge or where, but I'm 100% on barge, so let's do barge. Just keeps us alive. Okay. We already knew about the R. We knew about the E here. It didn't really help us figure out what those words are. Because we need, what was I thinking? Dorky or dirty? Okay, well now if we get a W, we get a bonus guess on the left. All we need is the W at the end of the word. And here we can do the C and the E. There's got to be a word with C, E, and W at the end, right? 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 Maybe? Possibly? Oh, what would it be though? Something C, something EW. Oh, EW is tricky. But there's gotta be, screw! Yes, that'll get us a bonus guess on both puzzles. Nice. We're just hanging on. Okay. We're gonna keep going while we can. All I need is the O third to get one on the right for spoil. And on the left, oh man, I need, the problem is I gotta do the O third, so I can't do the N. Oh, I can't do both. I can't get a bonus guess on both because I gotta either do the UN or the U with the OR, and there's not gonna be UOOR. I don't think that's a thing. So, but I have to get one on the left. I have to get a bonus guess on the left. So I either have to do the UN or the UOR. So we're not going to be able to get a bonus guess on the right. That's going to take us down to 1. So our next guess, we will have to get one. But on our next guess, we can get one just with the C from actor. And on our next guess here, nadir or rodeo. So if we do the UN, then all we need is the D, but we also need a C second. C second and D third. Is there something CD? Something like that. I don't think there is. So we're not going to be able to do actor and nadir. Which means on our next one, we're not going to be able to get a bonus guess on the left. But that's no good, because if we only get one bonus guess right now... Oh, but right now we could do UNOR. There's got to be something like that, right? We could get a double bonus guess if we can do UNOR. How is there not a word like that? Oh, I don't know what happened. Okay. How is there not a word like that? Ah, like lunar, but with an O. Oh, no, I'm so close. We can't get a bonus guess on the right, so on our next one we have to, which is either going to be all of ocean or just the sea in actor. But on the left, if we just get one bonus guess right now, we stay at 1. We need the double, which got to be UNOR, but there's nothing that does that. So close, so close. All right, I don't think there's a way to do it. I can only get 1 on the left right now. I'm going to get none on the right. And then we're going to be at 1 for both of them. And there's not going to be a way to get a bonus guess on both on the next one after that. We could get a double on the right with ocean, because it would finish actor as well. And actually, if I do the UOR right now, we could get one with the N. With just the N, we would finish tunic, but then it's got to be NC, and that's still not going to work. On the next one, we can get a bonus guess just with the E. Just with the E, because we would finish tread. O or E. O or E, because it'll finish spoil and tread. We could do the O or the E. The D, we'll be okay. We can do the O with the D. We can do the O with the D. Okay, so I need to do the UN, because then we just need the D, and we can do the O instead of the C. I was looking at the C for actor, but we can do the O for spoil or the E for tread. We gotta do the D third. So it's gotta be, it can't be the E, and the CD doesn't work, so it's gotta be the O. Okay, so we've gotta do the UN. We could do the R. We can't do UNOR, I don't think, because I can't think of anything. But we can do lunar. We can do lunar. Which is not gonna help us over there. This should keep us at 1 on the left. Okay, so now we can just do the O, or the C, or the E. And we can do the D third. We can't do the E and the D. We can't do CD, but we can do the O and the D. In fact, we might be able to do the O, the D, and the N. Possibly. Olden? That'll get us a bonus guess on the left. Keep us at 1. That'll get us a bonus guess on the right and keep us at 1. It'll keep us alive at least. With spoil. Whew. Okay. We're doing good. How long is this video? Oh man, it's almost been an hour. Okay. Now we've got rodeo, but we can get, just the E will get us ripen. Just the O will get us tumor. So we can do the O or the E. If we could do both, that would be amazing. Over here, all we need is the E. All we need is the E to get tread and stay alive on the right. We're quickly approaching the one I don't know. I'm getting really nervous about Payne versus Pence and Dorky versus Dirty. Maybe. Okay. What if we do the O and the E, and then the end of the word is a T or a K or a C? Because if it's dirty or dorky, the T or the K here would either confirm or rule out that letter, next to it. And the C down here would potentially rule out or confirm the C. N isn't going to work because we've got the N's, so that is just going to come up green. But the C would work here, and the K or a T over here would work. As long as it's one of those possibilities. Okay, So I need an O second. Then I need an E. Or really, we could do a double E because that gets us the E for ripen. We could do OEE, but I think that's going to be really hard to do. I mean, we could do something like cheek. I feel more confident in penne versus pence, as those are the only two options. Dirty and dorky, I kind of feel like there might be something else over there, but I feel like it has to be one of those, and I just don't have... We haven't done a K yet, and the T's don't tell us anything helpful, I don't think, because we already have too many T's in the grid for these clues to point at. So let's do I think something EEK. Something like cheek. It'll get us the E in tread, it'll get us the E in ripen, and the K will check for dirty versus dorky. Because we've already got lodge and tangy, so we're gonna skip a guess after this one, and our next guess will be that last row and column. And over here we can just do but we can't. We'll have to do the S. We'll have to do the S to get a bonus guess on the left. But that's the fourth, and we'll have to do the T or the K. Unless we could do the O and the E, but we have to do the E third on the right. Or the C. Or the C. We can do the No, we're on this one. Tighten and tread. We have to do the E. That's the only thing we can do. Is the E third. And here, in order to get two bonus guesses, we'd have to do the O and the E. And OEE, I don't think is going to be a thing. All right. Well, let's do cheek. We'll worry about our next guess on the next guess. That should get us one. Okay. It's always a little bit of a I get a mini heart attack because as soon as I submit it, this one is going to turn to a 0, and then it says bonus guess and it goes back up to 1. So it's always like, is it gonna go? Okay. All right. So now the problem is, O isn't going to get us a bonus guess because it's not completing rodeo. The OS would be great. We need at least just the S to get a bonus guess on the left, but in order to get a bonus guess on the right, we have to do N or C here. There's no K, by the way, so I think this is going to be dirty. I was really hoping that guessing that letter would confirm the letter was there as opposed to ruling out a possibility. But we have to do the T or the C or N down here, so we can't do the S as well. So at this point, I'm going to not be able to do the same guess on both of them. But man, I got so close. Got 5 letters left on the left and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the right. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna do, well, I gotta do the I and the T. I could do the P though. I could do pity. Let's go for it and hope that's right. It's not. That's not how you spell pity. Oh, it's just one T, isn't it? It's P-I-T-Y. Oh, there's got to be something like this, right? Oh, what about pieced? Pieced. Yeah. It's dirty. Yes. Oh, but now the big problem is, no, we'll be okay. Because we're gonna do setup and we're only gonna get 1 bonus guess. But the C is gonna get us 2 bonus guesses, which saves us. We also could potentially do a letter at the end of that guess, the end of the word, to identify the C here. Okay, so we'll be okay. And over here, I mean, we have to do something with at least an S, we might as well do the OS, do close, or close, however you want to say it. 2 bonus guesses. Now, we could try to now continue with guessing the same. It would just be the one time that we guess something different, which I'm tempted to do. All we need is, we can do where, and we've got a bonus guess on the left, so let's do setup. And then we need to do, the problem is it's going to be the C second, and it's going to be the O. Well, is it going to be the O? Is it going to do the first, and the O will be the fourth? I think it might. Let's try it. Let's do setup. Nice. Setup. We can always do different guesses again if we have to. I'd like to try and do the same guesses as much as I can. Now, we have to do the C second, which is going to get us 2 bonus guesses. I'd love to do a C at the end of the word here to check that. C second and O fourth. Is there something C-O-C? Is that a thing? I don't think it is. But we can just do the C and the O. I don't necessarily have to do the C at the end, because this will give us 2 bonus guesses. So we can potentially guess both of them. So, we can, because this, right? That'll get us 2 bonuses. We'll complete actor and ocean. So we'll go down to 0. We'll get 2, which takes us to 2. So if we had to guess twice, we'd be okay. Okay. And so I want to do something C something O. That's what I want to do. Which is going to give us 2 bonus guesses on the left puzzle as well. Yeah, if we didn't have to, man, you could almost do Havoc. Havoc would check for the C and give you the O on the left. But if we had 1 more guess on the right, if we were at a 2, I could do that. Burn a guess, and then, yeah. All right. Well, C something O. That's what we got to go with. I don't know. Scoop. Scoop should do it. There's no way, because doing an N isn't going to help, because N's going to show up green. And I don't think we have a C clue that tells us if there's a C down here. No, because the C here is going to... Oh, man. Okay, so close. All right, well, let's just go ahead and do scoop. Why not? Okay. Okay, 2 bonus guesses. So we're at 2 for both of them now. And now the problem is I can't do both again because I have to do the H and the R. But I can't do the R. And I mean, I could guess, if we get this right, if we get this 50-50 right, then we'll be fine. So let's, I want to do Pence or Pene. Oh, okay, we got to get out the Pick a Destiny. Pick a Destiny. All right. The side that says cool is C, cool for C, and the side that says thin is the N. Thin for N, cool for C. Here we go. It says thin. All right. We're doing penne. Penne. Some pasta. Oh, it's Pence. Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, we could do penne on the left, but then we're going to be down to 1 on each, and we're not going to be able to do the same thing again anyways. So we're kind of, we've lost our chance to do them the same, but Pence. Oh. All right, well, I still won both of them. I wasn't quite able to do the same guesses on both the whole way through. Look at this. Look at those grades. Oh, wow. Okay, so we ended up with Throw, Tunic, Maple, Rodeo, Rinse, Barge, Throb, Tumor, Nadir, whatever, Ripen, Close or Close, and Where. And on the other one, Acted, Spoil, Actor, which is interesting. Acted and Actor and spoil. They kind of all go together. Tread, tangy, pence, setup, apart, ocean, titan, lodge, and dirty. Okay, so there you go. 34, a distance 34, the 2 new modes of Squardle, they're out now. They should be available by the time you're seeing this. Well, the video is probably going to go up for members early, so if you're a member watching this early, it's probably not available yet. If you're not a member and you're not watching this early, it's probably available now. Go check out Squardle Distance and Squardle34, and let me know what you think of the new modes and what you think of my solves. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.